afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Tuesday. You enjoy the soccer?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm very surprised to see it on.
There's going to be a lot more of it on CBS coming up in the coming weeks as well.
Another match game. What is
Match.
it? Match tomorrow.
Yes.
So hopefully we'll be on the air at the same time.
Yeah.
That's something different. So let's get to the news. Topping the news today, a busy day at the state capitol, culminating with a busy night. Naomi Coles walks us through an election integrity rally that featured the newest GOP candidate for governor.
Nearly 2 weeks after he was injured in an officer-involved shooting, Quadrin Wilson is set to face charges in Dane County Court. We'll tell you what for. And an unlikely reunion in Wisconsin today between a boy and his beloved teddy bear. That's coming up in a bit here on Live at 4. Let's take a look outside, though. Kind of a nice day today. All is quiet on the weather front.
Yeah, at least for now. And tomorrow, spring-like conditions. Dana is in the backyard, mid-40s?
Mid-40s, I know. Right now, it doesn't even feel like February outside. Temperatures in the 30s, a little bit windy. And it's 4 p.m. and the sun is still shining in my eyes out on the patio. Looking at our Doppler track today, we've been able to enjoy a little bit of sun coming through this afternoon and this evening. Some light flurries well to the north near Rhinelander. Things stay quiet for us tonight and heading into early Wednesday. But then we're going to see some of that moisture drift further south. 35 right now in Madison with a wind chill in the mid-20s because it is a bit breezy this evening. About 37 in Janesville, 35 also in Platteville. As we look ahead overnight, an approaching front warms us up. So we're going to start the day tomorrow at daybreak in the mid to low 40s. High temperatures around noon and the middle 40s for us for Wednesday. That's going to come along with some rain showers. So again, it feels a little more like late March than in February. Some of that rain might transition over to some light snow as we look ahead to Thursday, but not for all of us. As far as traffic is concerned right now, we are seeing a few delays on the Beltline, mainly eastbound, westbound. No major hiccups for us this evening. The eastbound there, pretty close to Fish Hatchery Road, where we're seeing that stretch of delays. North and southbound through Rock County on 3990, all good for us right now. From the Beltline to Janesville, 25 minutes, 16 minutes to get from Middleton to Sauk City, downtown to Sun Prairie, 18 minutes this evening. We will take a closer look at tomorrow's temperature profile and when that light snow might start to build in for us in just a few minutes.
Tricky forecast, that's for sure. All right, Jane, we'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you. State lawyers and Republican leaders have said it is illegal and impossible to decertify the results of the 2020 election in Wisconsin.
But that didn't stop two Republican lawmakers headlining a rally at the Capitol today, continuing to ask Speaker Robin Vos to do just that. Our Naomi Coles is there with more. Naomi?
I counted about 200 people at that rally, at the height of the rally, I should say, happening at the rotunda behind me. Now, headlining this event, two GOP state lawmakers, Representative Tim Ramthun. He, of course, just announced his bid for governor with Mike Lindell's support. And then secondly, also Representative Janelle Brandtjen. Now, also some other election conspiracy theorists spoke to the crowd. There were signs saying things like, quote, Trump won, and calling out Assembly Speaker Robin Vos. The goal of the rally, trying to get Republican leaders to greenlight a resolution that would decertify the election that, of course, they have said is illegal, and they won't.
I'm not conspiracy. Where's the cameras? They're all over, right? I'm not conspiracy. I'm into truth. I want justice and closure on the details of the mechanics of our process. It doesn't matter who's on the ballot. What matters is what's the effect on the voter.
In multiple lawsuits, recounts in Dane and Milwaukee counties, and 2 election reviews. The 2020 election has been audited, reviewed, and upheld over and over again. Now, all of this comes on a very busy day in the state capitol. There was a massive Senate floor session. They gave the green light to a number of bills that would send them to the governor's desk. Also, the annual State of the State address. Governor Evers scheduled to give that later this evening. We'll be bringing you coverage of that all through tonight's shows and online at channel3000.com.
Busy day at the Capitol. Naomi Coles reporting live. Naomi, thank you. It is primary election day in the state. Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway and other community leaders took the occasion to discuss voter suppression efforts and the recent court ruling on ballot drop boxes. Mayor Rhodes Conway railed against the Wisconsin Supreme Court decision to allow ballot drop boxes in on this February primary day, but not in the upcoming April general election, calling that illogical and not based on any evidence.
Drop boxes are a convenient and safe way of making sure your ballot is counted. They are used in hundreds of communities across Wisconsin and all across the country without incident. But now the Wisconsin legislature and the courts are considering locking them up or ripping them out of the ground. This is partisan politics run amok.
Other activists said that more access to voting locations is better, whether they be ballot boxes or manned polling places.
Quadron Wilson, the man shot by state law enforcement officers during an attempted arrest just over 2 weeks ago, is expected to appear in court tomorrow on a new drug charge. Wilson has one drug case filed and another that's still under review. His initial appearance is scheduled for 1:30 tomorrow. As of 3:25 today, no charges have been filed against Wilson. Law enforcement officials have shared few details about the circumstances leading up to his arrest and subsequent shooting. Two agents with the Wisconsin Department of Justice's Division of Criminal Investigation reportedly fired their weapons during the incident, but they have not yet been identified.
Students at Madison East High School staged a walkout today in solidarity with the family of Quadron Wilson. The students asked for more support from school staff and district leaders. They also talked about the need for more conflict resolution at Madison schools instead of always calling the police for every altercation. The students want the district to look at mediators to help resolve conflicts.
Low bail has been a major talking point after the Waukesha parade tragedy, and supporters of a bail reform bill held a news conference at the Waukesha County Courthouse this morning to push for change. Darrell Brooks is charged with driving a car through parade growers in Waukesha. At the time of the crime, he was out on $1,000 bail for a charge of trying to run over the mother of his child. That case is now reigniting a years-long fight over bail reform. This proposed change to the state constitution would remove restrictions to judges to look at the person's past violent convictions when deciding bail. The author of the amendment says it would protect the public, but those against it say it violates the rights of the accused.
Because of that, we've had a lot of people get out who are dangerous, who are violent offenders. We are not going after shoplifters. We are looking at violent offenders.
The most disappointing thing about this particular amendment is that it doesn't have a time frame attached. So basically what it says is that the tens of thousands of people living in Wisconsin with prior felony convictions, it doesn't matter how long you haven't been in trouble for, it doesn't matter how long you've been off supervision, it doesn't matter what you've done with your life since then.
The Wisconsin Assembly was looking at bills dealing with bail reform today. Stay tuned to News 3 now at 5, and more on that from Naomi Coles.
A 19-year-old charged with bail jumping and being a passenger in a stolen car failed to appear in Dane County Court today. A judge then issued a bench warrant for the arrest of Tavion Flowers after he didn't show up for a preliminary hearing. Flowers is facing 2 other charges, including ramming a Madison police car with a stolen car and bringing a gun to Verona High School. President Biden delivered an update on the latest between Russia and Ukraine.
Skylar Henry has more details from the White House.
Good afternoon.
President Biden says the U.S. stands prepared to respond if Russia invades Ukraine.
This is about more than just Russia and Ukraine. It's about standing for what we believe in.
Russia claims it's beginning to withdraw some of its forces from along the Ukraine border, but the U.S. says it's yet to see any signs of de-escalation.
We have not yet verified the Russian military units are returning to their home bases. Indeed, our analysts indicate that they remain very much in a threatening position.
The U.S. official tells CBS News that Russia has now moved rocket launchers and long-range artillery into firing positions. Meanwhile, Ukraine says it's come under a cyber attack on some government agencies, as well as Ukraine's largest bank. It's not yet clear if Russia is behind the attacks.
The FBI and the Department of Homeland Security held a call Monday warning law enforcement, the military, and others to be prepared for potential Russian cyber attacks that could come if Russia invades Ukraine.
And if Russia attacks the United States or our allies through asymmetric means, like disruptive cyber attacks against our companies or critical infrastructure, we're prepared to respond. But we're moving in lockstep with our NATO allies and partners to deepen our collective defense against threats in cyberspace.
Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin is in Belgium for a meeting with NATO allies. He'll also visit with U.S. troops deployed to Lithuania and Poland during his European trip. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
Well, 9 families of victims of the Sandy Hook Elementary School mass shooting reached a $73 million settlement in their wrongful death lawsuit against Remington and its insurers. The firearms company made the Bushmaster AR-15 style rifle used in the 2012 shooting that killed 12 kids and 6 adults in Newtown, Connecticut. A 2005 federal law protects many gun makers from wrongful death lawsuits brought by family members, but attorneys for the Sandy Hook families pushed a different approach by trying to hold the company partly responsible because of its marketing strategy.
When I saw the weapon, and it is a weapon, it's not a firearm, it's not a modern sporting rifle, it's not a family Swiss Army knife, it's a combat weapon. It's a combat weapon. And when I saw it, I didn't know it was a combat weapon at the time. I just thought, what is that thing? I've never seen anything like it.
In 2019, the U.S. Supreme Court decided not to take up an appeal by Remington, effectively allowing the suit to move forward. The next year, Remington filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection for the second time in just over 2 years.
Madison's Center for Black Excellence and Culture is inching closer to its fundraising goal. The center announced a combined $1 million in personal gifts from a group of Dane County business leaders. The group is called the Executives for Black Excellence Initiative. Their goal is to eventually raise $3 million for the center.
This means true partnership. It's not a bailout. We're not asking them to come and help our struggling community. We're saying we've got a great story, we've got great history, and this partnership helps us to tell it and allows us to make Madison a place where everyone can be proud to be a part of it.
The center is expected to include an atrium, 2 theaters, a recording studio, and many more features. The building was designed by Black architects, artists, business leaders, and experts.
Well, after throwing his teddy bear into the rafters at Milwaukee Mitchell International Airport, 5-year-old Ezekiel Burnett thought he would never see it again. That all changed, however, when a social media post from the airport went viral. While Teddy was lost when the family was in town for a Thanksgiving trip, he wasn't found until early January. The airport shared Teddy's adorable face with the world, and the response broke records.
The bear actually reached 1.9 million people on Facebook, 1.8 million people on TikTok, and more than 400,000 people on Twitter. In total, this story about Ezekiel's lost bear was followed by more than 4 million people around the globe.
Southwest Airlines picked up the story and flew the family from Dallas to Milwaukee for the reunion. The story tugged at the world's heartstrings after some comments pointed out that Teddy is sometimes given to children with heart defects. While Ezekiel doesn't have that health concern, his father said they're grateful that this moment raised awareness of the issue.
That is the positive power of social media right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
It's not often, but once in a while.
A happy ending.
Still to come at 4, let's call it Valentine's Day 2.0.
When we come back, Angie Horkin from the Wisconsin Beef Council has some recipes fit for a romantic evening meal when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Allergy sufferers, bedtime means it's time to take Zysol. Zysol relieves allergies while you sleep, so you wake refreshed. Plus, it works faster than Claritin, and on first dose, provides the same relief as Zyrtec in a pill nearly half the size. Be wise all, take Zysol at night.
McGann Furniture in Baraboo has a question for you. Have you ever bought a piece of furniture in a box and then had to put it together yourself? We know it's not fun. At McGann's, everything is professionally inspected and assembled before pickup or delivery. Goodbye headaches, and there's no extra charge for assembly. And remember, at McGann's, we don't inflate prices only to mark them down for a sale. Stop in soon and discover the difference. You'll be glad you did. McGann Furniture, downtown Baraboo.
At USAA, we've been called too exclusive because we were created for officers. But as we've evolved with the military, we've grown to serve all who've honorably served, no matter their rank or when they were in. A Marine just out of boot camp, or a petty officer from 73, and even his kids and their kids. USAA is made for all who honorably serve and their eligible family members. Are we still exclusive? Absolutely. And that's exactly why you should join.
Welcome to the lifestyles of the smart and savvy. Today, the Coopers are a cost-conscious couple. But back in the day, not so much. Now, saving is more their style, which is why they chose Consumer Cellular. They get the same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Imagine talk, text, and data starting at $20 a month. And award-winning customer service. Switch to Consumer Cellular today and get $25.
Who's on it with Jardiance?
We're 25 million prescriptions strong.
We're managing type 2 diabetes and heart risk.
We're working up a sweat before coffee and saying no thanks to a Boston cream.
Jardiance is a once-daily pill that can reduce the risk of cardiovascular death for adults who also have known heart disease. So it could help save your life from a heart attack or stroke. And Jardiance lowers A1C.
Jardiance can cause serious side effects, including dehydration, genital yeast or urinary tract infections, and sudden kidney problems. Ketoacidosis is a serious side effect that may be fatal. A rare but life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this bacterial infection, ketoacidosis, or an allergic reaction. And don't take it if you're on dialysis. Taking Jardiance with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar.
Lower A1C and lower risk of a fatal heart attack?
We're on it.
We're on it with Jardiance.
Ask your doctor about Jardiance.
Why would Stanton Optical choose a spokesbird? They're not your typical eye care company. I'm not your typical penguin. We're a team. There's no I in eye care. Wait.
Get 2 pairs of glasses plus a free eye exam, anti-glare lenses, and same-day service for only $79.
Welcome back. Elon Musk had apparently made a major contribution to charity last year.
The CEO of Tesla donated nearly $6 billion worth of his company's shares. The gift was made sometime in late November, but the recipient or recipients were not named. The donation makes Musk the second largest contributor in 2021, behind former couple Bill and Melinda Gates. Musk is the richest man in the world, and he was challenged by the UN World Food Program to help end world hunger. The World Food Program did not reply when asked if they received some of Musk's donation.
Novak Djokovic says he would rather put down his racket than roll up his sleeve. In an interview with the BBC, the tennis star says he's willing to sit out the French Open and Wimbledon due to his COVID-19 vaccination status. Djokovic told the British network that although he's not against COVID-19 vaccinations, he wants to make up his own mind about protecting himself against the virus. And as of now, he doesn't feel the need to get the shots. Djokovic was tied with Rafael Nadal and Roger Federer with 20 major single titles prior to the Australian Open. But since Djokovic didn't compete in the Open, Nadal went on to win and now has 21 titles, the most ever for a male tennis player.
Well, a technical rescue team freed a dog that fell into a 15-foot deep hole in Paxton, Florida. The deep hole and the tightly confined space posed a lot of challenges for rescuers responding. Responding units from all across the area worked together to ensure that the rescue was performed safely. The dog, despite everything he went through, was friendly and appeared uninjured, luckily, following the rescue. A technical rescue team member said it best. Well, it was just another day on the job.
And one happy pup.
Oh, good boy.
Well, there seems to be plenty of avocados at U.S. supermarkets now, but that could soon change. The U.S. has stopped all imports of avocados from Mexico until further notice after an American inspector in Mexico received a threatening message. The threat to the inspector comes amid escalating drug cartel violence in the region, where nearly 90% of the avocados imported to the U.S. come from. The U.S. government says the suspension will continue until the safety of all U.S. inspectors in Mexico is assured.
A new measure of inflation shows that prices rose to a near record last month in January. The Producer Price Index, which keeps tabs on average price changes that U.S. producers get for their goods, rose 9.7% in the 12-month period that ended last month. That's according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. That is much higher than economists had predicted. Supply chain bottlenecks continue to weigh heavily on prices.
Stocks closed at highs for the day after reports of a possible Russian forces pullback. The Dow Industrials gained 422 points, closing at 34,988. The Nasdaq jumped 383 points, or over 2.5%. The S&P 500 was up 69 points, or over 1.5%. Well, Valentine's Day is over. It's not too late, though, to cook a delicious dinner for someone special.
The Wisconsin Beef Council is sharing recipes for a second chance Valentine's Day.
Angie Harkin joins us now with 2 new recipes. Happy post-Valentine's Day, Angie.
For all the procrastinators among us.
So,
yeah, you never know.
You never know.
We won't call it any names, but maybe somebody hasn't had their Valentine dinner yet. She's still got all week or this weekend.
And
so yeah, I've got a couple.
Who needs an excuse? Who needs an excuse?
Right, exactly.
What do you got for us?
So I've got 2 different recipes, a steak recipe and short ribs. So I'm going to start with this. It's so easy. I've started with 2 pounds of short ribs, and I browned them up really nice in this stock pot. And then I took them out, and then I added like 1 onion, kind of a rough chop, a large chop, sauteed that in the short rib drippings and a little extra virgin olive oil. And then I added a cup of red wine, and then 1 large can of crushed tomatoes, like the 28 ounce. And then it calls for Italian seasoned crushed tomatoes. I couldn't find those in my supermarket, so I threw in a teaspoon of just Italian seasoning. That's it. Then I covered it, and I simmered the short ribs for 2.5 hours. Took me 2.5 hours to really get them tender. And you'll know they're tender and ready when you can just stick a dinner fork in them, and it comes out with little resistance. But boy, it's worth the wait. And then that wine and the crushed tomatoes, that makes a real nice sauce. Let it cool a little bit, and it makes a nice thick sauce. I've just got them served over some nice fluffy mashed potatoes, but you could do like the rice or pasta or polenta or whatever you like.
Now, are those, Angie, are those bone-in short ribs?
They are bone-in short ribs. In my supermarket, I can get them in pound packages. So I bought 2 packages, and they're 2 rib bones per like strip per rib, and then I just cut them in half. So I got 1 little chunk with the bone in it. So they are bone-in. You could use boneless too, definitely. So.
All right.
Kind of takes a little bit longer, maybe for this weekend, maybe not a weeknight meal, but this one definitely is a weeknight meal. So I went ahead and I made in my skillet a mushroom and sun-dried tomato sauce, and then I put my ribeyes in the skillet. So just some fresh mushrooms. It calls for like a wild mushroom mix. I just got creminis and buttons, some beef, a can of beef broth, some more red wine, 1/3 of a cup. Saute your mushrooms in butter, a little garlic, and then some sun-dried tomato pesto or sauce that goes in there at the end. And you just make that right before your ribeyes, and then doing the ribeyes in the skillet does not take very long, 10 to 12 minutes. Use your instant read meat thermometer. I just put a little salt and pepper on these, and then here's my sauce that's done. Got nice and thick. And then you can put this right over top of the ribeye. This is our ribeyes with our sun-dried tomato mushroom sauce. Serve this with a salad, some crusty bread, a nice vegetable, some green beans, and you have a perfect, easy 30-minute meal. Steakhouse quality. You can make it at home. So beeftips.com is our Wisconsin Beef Council website. Of course, check it out on the homepage as seen on TV. I've got some other fun recipes picked out this month, kind of for nice date nights at home, incorporating some wines into them. So check them out there on the website.
Yeah, it's good cooking weather.
Yeah, sounds delicious.
All right,
it is.
Great recipes. Thank you.
Thanks, Angie. Good to see you.
You're welcome.
Well, yesterday we talked about the best and worst Super Bowl commercials, and one really stood out for its simplicity.
Today, Jeannie Mose looks at the cyber coin commercial and how it broke the internet. That's coming up after Dana's First Warn forecast.
Discover what's in store at Habitat Restore Dane County. You'll find something new every time you visit to keep your project on budget with low price and high quality home supplies. For one-of-a-kind items, shop Habitat Restore Dane County today.
Do you suffer from chronic or severe back or neck pain? Did you know that there's now a treatment method available right here at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center that offers hope of avoiding spinal surgery for those suffering with bulging, herniated, or degenerative discs? Our therapies help reduce pain related to these conditions and have a high success rate in helping people just like you avoid back or neck surgery.
I've experienced low back pain for over 15 years. I had back surgery when I was 26 and had difficulties recovering. The doctors at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center have given me a new lease on life. I am now able to enjoy an active, pain-free lifestyle.
Call Midwest Midwest Spine and Nerve Center now to schedule a no-obligation consultation to see if our progressive pain-relieving therapies are right for you.
We love our new apartment,
Great kitchen, open floor plan.
but there's not much privacy.
What happened to your wall?
At least Geico makes bundling our renters and car insurance easy.
Does save us a ton. What's on this chicken?
Paprika.
Paprika! I made it at home.
That's my catchphrase.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
About 40% off lenses with purchase of a frame. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
Here's the newest spin on Wisconsin Lottery scratch games. It's X times the money. A new family of games with prices from $1 to $20. The bigger the ticket, the bigger the multiplier and top prize, all the way up to $200,000. Instant scratch games from the Wisconsin Lottery. Odds are you'll like them.
I tried a laxative that's both gentle and fast.
Great tasting Dulcolax Soft Chews works naturally with the water in your body in as little as 30 minutes. Puts you comfortably in control. Dulcolax Soft Chews.
Well, take a look at this. We know Valentine's Day was yesterday, but this video is just too precious to pass up. Peruvian four-legged friends tied the knot on Valentine's Day in a massive dog wedding in Lima. Dressed in inspired clothing of the country, it's called Andean-inspired clothing. It's called the Matracan, a play on Spanish words for wedding and dog. Some dogs were dressed in more conventional attire, a bow tie for the dog groom, a white bell-shaped dress for the bride. Others were dressed in colorful summery attire for the summers in the Southern Hemisphere. I love dogs dressed up.
And there's a little bridezilla there, too. She didn't want to wear the headdress.
One in every crowd.
Yes.
Well, if you're nuts about nuts, well, then go nuts.
Today, we have the perfect excuse. It's National Almond Day. Now, here's a few fun facts about almonds. The ancient nut is mentioned several times in both the New and Old Testaments, and they are symbols of divine approval. Now, when they're roasted, almonds are delicious, but don't eat them the natural ones or too many of them, we should say. The prussic acid in them can make you very sick. It could even kill you, I guess, if you eat too many of them, which I had never heard before. If you're a big almond guy.
Not just raw ones you shouldn't eat.
Well, raw ones, okay, so there's a difference between raw ones and natural ones.
Right, natural ones have been processed.
What are the raw ones? Right off the tree?
Right off the tree.
Gotcha.
And if you die from this poisoning, you smell like an almond.
I wanted to talk about the dogs, not almonds.
Yes, right. Exactly.
Let's go back to the dogs. Go back to the dogs.
Yeah, yes. I just want to watch more dogs in costumes,
I love
guys.
doggy weddings.
Yes, little doggy weddings. Their little outfits. I'm all about it.
I'm all about tomorrow's temperatures.
Tomorrow's temperatures, exactly. A great day for a doggy wedding on a Wednesday. It's going to feel like spring outside. My segue was a mess, I know. As we get to the middle of the week, some rain chances building in and mild temperatures. We'll look at your full 10-day right after the break.
Important healthcare announcement. If people tell you your TV is too loud, or if listening in some environments has become difficult, we are requesting your participation in a special program called the 30-Day Challenge. Hearing Life Hearing Centers are seeking people with hearing difficulties to evaluate a new digital mini hearing aid now being released. To take part in this event, you must call. Please get a pencil and write down the number below. All people with hearing aids or hearing difficulties are wanted to take part in the 30-Day Challenge, evaluating a new high-tech device that sits discreetly behind your ear. This hearing aid is Bluetooth enabled and is rechargeable. All hearing assessments are performed at no charge for those taking part in the challenge. Participants will try these hearing aids for 30 days. Call the number below and take the Hearing Life 30-Day Challenge.
What do a 20-ounce Coca-Cola and a Quick Trip take-home meal have in common? Besides that they're both delicious. They earn you chances to win a brand new Chevy Tahoe in our Coca-Cola Scratch Game. They play the Scratch Game in your Quick Rewards app, and you can win a Chevy Tahoe or other great prizes. Play for free daily in your Quick Rewards app, or purchase any Quick Trip take-home meal, 20-ounce Coca-Cola, or Smart Water to receive even more chances to play and win. Play the Coca-Cola Scratch Game today, and you can eat, drink, and scratch your way behind the wheel of a new Chevy Tahoe.
Every parent I talk to wants to be sure they're doing all they can to protect their kids from COVID-19. As a Wisconsin pediatrician, I tell them the COVID-19 vaccines for kids has been thoroughly tested and is proven to be safe for ages 5 and up. Getting your child a COVID-19 vaccine is the most effective way to help kids stay safe and in school. Ask your child's doctor what they think.
With inflation, everything costs more. It also means choosing between paying debt and paying your everyday expenses. At Geraci Law, we help fight inflation by eliminating or consolidating consumer debt. Get one lower payment you can afford as low as $275 a month. Keep your stuff, pay your expenses, control your debt. On your phone, from your home, or old school in person. $0 to start. Hit the debt-free button. Click or call now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, right now we're in the mid-30s, and it's only going to get milder overnight as we look ahead to tomorrow morning. Daybreak, that's when we'll see temperatures in the low 40s. This is thanks to a warm front lifting overhead. Doesn't bring us much moisture this evening. Right now, really brewing off to the west, where we're seeing some light snow through the Rockies that gains a little bit of strength as it moves across the plains over the next about 24 hours and arrives for us as rainfall initially for Wednesday. Wednesday, pretty spring-like, actually. Feels a little more like late March with these temperatures for Wednesday in the mid-40s, and our rain showers building in throughout the day. It'll be a little breezy at times as well. Rain for most of the day. Could see some mixed precipitation or some light snow northwest of Dane County in the early afternoon, and then southeast of Dane County. So a shift there overnight into Thursday. A possibility for some light snow, but that's only for some folks, not for everybody. And that light snow right now doesn't look like it's going to lead to much accumulation, but there's still some back and forth on these exact totals. Certainly areas southeast of Dane County picking up some, but as far as the rest of the area, a little bit of a question mark there. We'll look at totals in just a second. As far as timing goes, tomorrow morning we're in the 40s. The light rain starts during the morning commute, continues throughout the afternoon. Notice in the early afternoon we're starting to see that light mix building in northwest of Dane County, but later in the evening that mixed chance is really to the southeast portion of the state. Temperatures fall overnight Wednesday into Thursday morning. We drop down into the upper teens, so much colder outside for Thursday. Thursday, we could see some light snow for areas southeast of Dane County, but the focus really on Thursday is going to be that big temperature swing from the mid-40s to the upper teens. By Thursday night, things clear off to the east. We're going to look at a few options here for our snow accumulation, and you'll notice a trend. The highest numbers definitely still in the southeast corner of the state. The question mark is if we're going to see those trace amounts through Dane County and areas to the northwest, or if things are really going to pull more to the southeast. So one option right now, again, about an inch around Janesville. Another option, not bringing much of anything throughout most of southern Wisconsin. And then a third option, bringing in the possibility for that 1 to 3 inches for Rock County, but just trace amounts through Dane County. So the overall trend is still the southeast corner of the state. We could see some trace amounts in Dane County, but likely not going to see much. And anything we have on the ground right now, likely going to melt away tomorrow afternoon with the rain coming through and temperatures in the mid-40s right around noon for us. Wind speeds about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Beyond this, a cooler trend shifting in. again, we've pulled in a new direction now for the end of the month, heading into March. This colder air dropping in and pushing temperatures below average as we start to look towards the back half of next week. Mid-40s tomorrow, cooler on Thursday, Friday and Saturday in the upper 20s. We're back to a warm trend, though, for Sunday and the start of next week. Next week's going to bring along some rain chances for us on late Monday and into Tuesday, and then a little cooler behind that. We'll back close to 30. And at this point, average high temperatures in the low 30s. So when we start talking about temperatures below freezing, that's below average for us, trending now into the middle of February at that point.
Winter's fading a little bit.
Fading. It is. It's losing steam.
Another close call.
Very close. Just if you go a little further south, if you want snow, you'll find it.
And if you're traveling that way, be careful.
If you're traveling that way, I would recommend not doing so late Wednesday or early Thursday. If you could either move your travel plans up a little earlier or make them a little later on Thursday, that would probably be better.
Good advice. Thanks, Dana.
Thank you, Dana.
Well, you probably saw what some are calling one of the weirdest Super Bowl commercials ever.
But CNN's Jeannie Mose reports it was so popular, it caused the internet to crash.
Were you one of those people chasing a QR code around your TV screen during the Super Bowl, even getting down on your knees? Or maybe like this 95-year-old grandma, you were saying, "What is that?"
Did you get it?
No. Did you?
No, I'm filming you getting it.
Or maybe you were at a Super Bowl party with guests who rooted for the code more than for the Rams or the Bengals. It zipped around the screen for 60 seconds. A nod to the old bouncing DVD screensaver that became a meme, even ending up on The Office.
There's this cube on the screen, and it bounces around all day, and sometimes it looks like it's heading right into the corner of the screen, and then at the last minute it hits a wall and bounces away.
But where's Waldo?
But this QR code commercial was for the cryptocurrency trading company Coinbase. And if your phone captured the code, you were supposed to get an offer for $15 in free Bitcoin for signing up. But a lot of folks got this instead. We're having connection issues. Others got planned maintenance in progress. What Coinbase apparently didn't plan for was this. We saw over 20 million plus hits on our landing page in 1 minute. This volume led to us temporarily throttling our systems. For some, someone else complimented the big brain of the guy who came up with that ad. But a critic tweeted the company should have saved the $7 million ad cost and spent it on your servers. Actually, 60 seconds probably cost at least $13 million. But who's counting when fans are cheering a QR code like it's a QB scoring a touchdown? Jeannie Mose, CNN, New York.
That's a great shot with the dog. I love that.
Well, they made a name for themselves.
They certainly did. Yep.
Well, coming up next year on Live at 4, Consumer Reports helps us get the best deals for February.
And then coming up next hour at 5, a push to make it tougher for some people to get out on bail draws bipartisan support today. Our Naomi Coles will tell us more at 5.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Entresto is the #1 heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists and has helped over 1 million people. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
At Pick and Save, we believe fresh is all about standards. That's why we do up to a 27-point inspection on our produce. Like for oranges, we check for color and scarring and more, keeping only the best of the best on our shelves. Because when it comes to fresh for everyone, we believe the juice is worth the squeeze. Pick and save. Fresh for everyone.
Water is one of nature's most beautiful and life-sustaining resources. At no fault of their own, many Wisconsin utility customers are facing a shutoff to their water service. This leaves them without the one life-giving resource we all take for granted. And those hardest hit are on fixed incomes, juggling multiple temporary jobs, or those who lost full-time jobs in sectors hardest hit by the pandemic. If someone you care about needs a hand up, your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your water, heat, and power on. If you are in danger of losing your water service, call 833-H2O-WISC, 833-426-9472. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Tonight at 5, students at LaFollette High School walked out of class today while they are calling out the Dane County Sheriff's Department over an inmate's treatment.
Winter storm watch is now being issued across parts of the Midwest. We're going to have the latest on that late week storm coming up in the First Warn forecast.
And ahead at 6, election integrity advocates rally in the Capitol Rotunda this afternoon, plus a preview of Governor Evers' State of the State address. That's coming up at 6.
Guess where we are?
That is a great shot.
Spinning the old weather satellite, we end up in St. Louis where, get this, it is 61 degrees.
Wow. Have you ever been up in the arch?
No. I've heard it's a rough ride.
It's a little claustrophobic, yeah.
It sort of notches up. And
yes.
It goes clunk, clunk, clunk.
Right, exactly.
That's what I've heard. That's why I haven't gone up. Well, do you have your heart set on getting a good deal this month?
With President's Day coming up, major sales on big-ticket items like mattresses and electronics should be on the horizon.
Consumer Reports is here to help you navigate this month's shopping deals. Leah Lynchide has more.
Despite being the shortest month of the year, February has some great opportunities to save on purchases, big and small. Consumer Reports tracks the prices of many of its top tested products all year long, so it knows exactly when to shop for them. Here are the top products to look out for in this month's best time to buy. If you're looking to upgrade your smartphone, February might be the time to do it, following an upcoming announcement from Samsung.
We're expecting Samsung to unveil its new Galaxy S phone this month. That means you'll see prices on older models start to fall as retailers get ready to move the new models. You'll also see trade-in deals to get that new phone. You give your old phone up, you get the new phone for a lot less.
Next, if you're looking to snuggle up with a new mattress this month, CR says you should never pay full price for one, especially around the holidays.
President's Day weekend is one of the best holiday weekends to shop for a mattress. You'll see some of the best discounts from all the major brands, from Casper and Tuft & Needle to Sealy and Sleep Number and everything in between.
This Tuft & Needle original mattress is a CR Best Buy, and a queen size is currently $895 at Tuft & Needle. CR says the company will be having a 20% sale on all of its mattresses this month, so you may be able to score this mattress for even less. And since it might still be frigid in your neck of the woods, why not add a little heat to those drafty parts of your home? The Comfort Zone Space Heater is a CR Best Buy and is currently $53 at Home Depot. This space heater earns excellent marks in our fire safety tests. Next, if you're looking to add another screen to your inventory, February is a good month to buy a tablet. The Samsung Galaxy Tab 8.0 is now $128 at Best Buy. Have a great month. For News 3 Now, this is Leah Lynchide.
Thank you, Leah. We will. What's left of it? When we come back, the masks come off in Dane County on March 1st, at least for now.
We'll find out what UW Health's Dr. Jeff Potoff thinks of the ruling from Public Health and what it means for children in school when Live at 4 continues.
I know this may look like a classic rooftop chase scene, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Hurry in and save up to $42.62 on select models.
The action never ends, but these offers will.
Find your style with Patriot Lighting. Choose from our huge selection of ceiling fans. Our ceiling fans add elegance to any room and reduce energy costs all year round. We carry a great selection of styles and finishes, so you'll find the right look for you. Fandeliers combine form and function with a unique style. The Eras 2 Fandelier is only $179.99 after rebate. Plus, receive a $10 rebate on all stock Patriot Lighting ceiling fans over $50. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
I was a Navy submariner for over 20 years. I spent a large portion of my life underwater. Service is about putting your country before yourself. But Senator Ron Johnson uses his office to serve himself. Ron Johnson passed a special tax break that benefited his family's business, then cashed out of the company for $5 million. Ron Johnson has doubled his wealth since he's been elected. That's not what service is about. Tell Ron Johnson to stop voting for tax laws that benefit himself.
The Wisconsin Fishing Expo is back at the Alliant Energy Center Expo Hall in Madison, February 25th through the 27th. The Wisconsin Fishing Expo is back with new gear. The Wisconsin Fishing Expo is back with awesome seminars. The Wisconsin Fishing Expo is back with hard-to-find boats. The Wisconsin Fishing Expo is back with family activities. Go to wifishingexpo.com for details. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Outdoor News, Don's Marine, Fox Sports 1070 The Game, Lucas Oil, and Explore Lacrosse.
No matter what's going on outside, we all want to be warm and cozy inside, especially this winter. We're USA Insulation, and we fix cold homes. When you have inferior insulation, it doesn't matter how much you crank up your furnace. Your expensive warm air still leaks out of your walls and attic. When we inject our premium foam into your walls, it's like wrapping a coat around your entire home. And just wait until you see how much money that saves you. So stop freezing and start saving.
USA Insulation.
People have been wondering,
what's gotten into Lazy?
But it's really what Lindsay's gotten into, Planet Fitness. And now through February 16th, you can join for zero enrollment.
Zero enrollment?
And only $10 a month.
That's $10 a month?
Cancel anytime.
That makes me so happy.
Want more happy? Enjoy tons of equipment in our clean and spacious clubs. Even blow off steam in our judgment-free zone. Get glowing and feel fit-tacular. For zero enrollment, $10 a month, cancel anytime. But hurry, deal ends Wednesday, February 16th.
I know this may look like a classic rooftop chase scene, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Hurry in and save up to $42.62 on select models.
The action never ends, but these offers will.
Some good traffic news for us. Those delays that we're picking up eastbound along the Beltline seem to have cleared up. Westbound still looks smooth, and no other accidents to report right now throughout Dane or Rock counties. That's a quick look at traffic.
All right, Jana, thank you. COVID hospitalizations and deaths are trending down, but the debate over masks remains front and center.
In the last week, 11 states, including Wisconsin, have announced they are rolling back mask mandates.
And the Dane County mask order is set to expire on March 1st. UW Health Chief Quality Officer Dr. Jeff Potoff is back with us again, as he is every Tuesday. Welcome.
Hi, Dr. Potoff. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see both of you.
Do you think that is the right decision at this point to end the mask mandate in Dane County?
You know, it feels weird to say it, but based on current trends and data, it probably is okay to remove the mask mandate come March in this area, given the significant decrease in cases, the lessening of COVID-19 in our community.
A lot of school districts have not told us yet what they intend to do about this. Children under 5 are still not eligible to be vaccinated. But if starting March 1st, masks are no longer required in indoor settings, what is the point in having students wear masks in schools?
Yeah, I think this is a great question. And, you know, some of the same factors come into play. So we want to see decreased cases in order to take masks off in school. We want to see that positive test rate be lower. But the other variable that plays into that is the vaccination rate for that group that you're going to cohort together and unmask. And in Dane County, the high school students, that kind of age group seems to be vaccinated at a pretty high rate. But those 5 to 12-year-olds, our vaccination rate isn't very good there. So that does increase the chance that they could be a nidus for transmitting the infection. I think that's one of the variables that school districts will have to look at as they think about pulling back mask mandates for the schools, which may be okay, is what's that vaccination rate in that younger population? And is it high enough where we feel comfortable pulling back the mask mandate?
And Pfizer sort of pulled back that recommendation, that research for the younger kids right now.
Yeah, I think that's kind of confusing. You know, back in December, Pfizer said, hey, we reduced the dose by tenfold. We gave 2 doses. We didn't see the efficacy that we wanted. We're going to do a 3rd dose. In January, when Omicron was raging, the FDA said, hey, let's see your data. Maybe, something's better than nothing. And I think they saw that data and said, yeah, let's just wait for 3 doses, which will likely come by in April. I think the drop in Omicron cases helped them say, you know what, the urgency behind this has dropped just a little bit too.
A lot of recent polling has showed that parents are increasingly pro-vaccine, but less convinced about masks. So how do parents weigh the concern of their child getting COVID versus the educational or emotional loss that some kids are experiencing being masked?
Yeah, I think it's tricky. I think, masks are something you see on someone's face. Us as adults, it's not something that we would like to do. I think largely kids are much more tolerant of the masks than we are as adults. We know we've got data that says, the ability for kids to detect emotion and things like that isn't significantly impaired with the mask wearing. But, I think the vaccine is a whole lot easier. You go, you get your shot, you've got great protection. In long term, that is the right strategy. Get vaccinated so that we don't need to wear masks. So there's something to be said for how they're feeling.
For adults, is a 4th booster in the offing?
I think at some point we're going to need another booster. I think a lot of folks are looking at a recent CDC study that suggests that boosters wane after 3-4 months. And in that huge group of people that they looked at, they did. But what they couldn't tell with that study is who are those people? Are they older? Are they immunocompromised? I'd say looking at our data in the health system, it's not everyone has decreasing efficacy at that 3 to 4 month period. It's those folks who are immunocompromised, are elderly, have comorbid conditions. They tend to be the ones who, despite being boosted, sometimes end up in the hospital.
And people see the masks coming off on March 1st. We're out of the woods. It's over. No.
Yeah, I think we're getting closer. I hope we get endemic. There's always that little thing in the back of my mind is like, I really hope there's not another variant around the corner that takes us for a loop. I don't think anyone wants to do that right now.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah.
Doctor, thanks for being with us as usual. See you next week.
Great to see you, Dr. Potoff. We appreciate your time.
See you guys later.
We'll have a final check of your forecast coming up.
Experience handcrafted and hand-finished furniture by genuine Amish craftsmen at Wanakee Furniture ETC, featuring hardwood made in the USA home furnishings by Simply Amish and other great brands you can trust.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
To be a thriver with metastatic breast cancer means asking for what we want and need, and we need more time. So we want Kisqali. Women are living longer than ever before with Kisqali when taken with an aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant in postmenopausal women with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali is a pill that's significantly more effective at delaying disease progression versus an aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant alone. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
Patio doors, patio doors.
Scott the window guy can do patio doors. Scott the window guy can do patio doors.
We do patio doors. That's ScottTheWindowGuy.com.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
The Department of Natural Resources is looking for conservation wardens, how you may fit what they're looking for. And find out why students at LaFollette High School decided to walk out of class today. That story and more tonight at 5.
News 3 Now is always on.
Get the Channel 3000 app, activate the push alerts, and we will send you breaking news, traffic, and weather alerts as it happens.
The Channel 3000 app. Get it now.
Powered by News 3 Now.
35 right now and breezy. Sustained wind speeds close to 20 miles per hour. That puts our wind chills in the mid-20s. We're a bit above average this afternoon, but even milder weather expected for your Wednesday with a little bit of rain creeping in by tomorrow afternoon. We'll be right back.
At a
dentures and implants, that moment when we see a patient smile is everything to us. So whether it's a single tooth, full dentures, or dental implants, we're here to help you. Go ahead and smile.
Go ahead and smile. Go ahead and smile. Go ahead and smile.
Family is just very important.
She's my sister, and we depend on each other a lot.
She's the rock of the family. She's the person who holds everything together.
It's a battle, you know, I'm gonna be there.
Keytruda and chemotherapy been treated my cancer with 2 different types of medicine.
In a clinical trial, Keytruda and chemotherapy was proven to help people live longer than chemotherapy alone. Keytruda is used to treat more patients with advanced lung cancer than any other immunotherapy. Keytruda may be used with certain chemotherapies as your first treatment. If you have advanced non-squamous non-small cell lung cancer and you do not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene, Keytruda helps your immune system fight cancer, but can also cause your immune system to attack healthy parts of your body. This can happen during or after treatment and may be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have cough, shortness of breath, chest pain, diarrhea, severe stomach pain or tenderness, severe nausea or vomiting, headache, light sensitivity, eye problems, irregular heartbeat, extreme tiredness, constipation, dizziness or fainting, changes in appetite, thirst, or urine, confusion or memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, fever, rash, itching, or flushing. These are not all the possible side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including immune system problems, or if you've had an organ transplant, had or plan to have a stem cell transplant, or have had radiation to your chest area or a nervous system condition.
It feels good to be here for them.
Living longer is possible. It's true. Keytruda from Merck. Ask your doctor about Keytruda.
This year, there are more tax credits at stake than ever before. Thousands more. The tax pros at Jackson Hewitt will help track down every last dollar. Jackson Hewitt is here to make sure you don't miss a single deduction, so you can get your biggest refund guaranteed.
What are you recommending for muscle pain?
Based on clinical data, I recommend Salonpas.
Agreed. My patients like these patches because they work up to 12 hours, even on moderate pain.
Salonpas, it's good medicine.
In today's Final Touch, a minor league baseball team lands in a pickle.
Or rather, the lack of a pickle. There's a hubbub in the world of sports as the brazen theft of a baseball mascot's costume as fans and goofy team characters countrywide rally in support for their bobble-headed brethren. It started when the costume of the Oregon minor league mascot Dylan T. Pickles was pilfered by a porch pirate in Portland. Team officials were baffled as they deal with this pickle. Even $1,000 worth of savory snacks as a reward. Mascots from teams in Texas, California, even Canada have taken to social media with the hashtag #FindDylan to show support for solving this mascot mystery that fans of the Portland Pickles think is a pretty big dill.
You had too much fun writing that one.
All right, that's our time for now. News for Now at 5 starts right now.